Hey guys, Sarah with SarahleeCrochet&Fabric. So today, Granny Square, I still have some of this yarn that I used to make the last one. So the rules is I got to keep using it. So I had also this little ball in my stash. So they are going to go together. Let's see how they end up looking. So let me get started here. This will also be a mostly quiet video, I promise. I will tell you it is windy outside, so you might hear like the wind blowing and blowing stuff around my backyard. I apologize. But yeah, that's the kind of day I'm having here in the south. It is very windy. It's one of those high fire, no grilling allowed kind of days. So yeah, that's what it is. But yeah, let's crochet away. And if anyone, I know with my last videos, I had a couple of questions. This granny square pattern, if you just search for basic granny square, is what it is. I think this is just a basic. I did think about like incorporating some other granny square patterns, and I still may. I was just, if I find one that's easy enough that I don't have to reference back to the video every time I want to make it, because I really just wanted this to be super simple, I will incorporate some other granny squares patterns but I will look online. Right now I'm just really enjoying this one because it's just super simple. Of course, my yarn has decided to tangle up. So let me get that situated and hope that it don't keep doing that throughout the video. Because I do not edit, I just keep going. Make sure, okay, yeah, so that's right. But yeah, I know I said this, I forgot I said this was going to be a silent video, but you know. Sometimes a girl just want to chit chat. So how's everyone's doing? How's the weather where you are? The weather where I live can't seem to make up its mind. You know, it's like I travel with a coat in the morning, and by evening time it's like really, really hot. I did try out this new Caribbean restaurant called Jerk Grill in my area, and had some tacos. The chicken taco was really good. I wasn't a fan of the meat taco, and it's probably just because I've been giving up meat for a while now. I haven't completely given it up, but I just lessened my intake of meat. So I don't know if that was kind of what made me not like it so much, but the flavor was good. I just liked the chicken better. So that was a nice little outing because I don't actually eat out a lot. I also did go to Starbucks today because I had gotten a gift card for my birthday from Starbucks. So I went there today and got an iced coffee. Oh, did you see that? Oh, I hate when that happens. I went there today. I got an iced coffee. And then she handed me my coffee. She handed me like a bag. And I was like, oh, I didn't get anything. And she said, oh, you didn't? And she was like, well, did you want the sandwich? Because, you know, we just made a bunch extra and you can have it. So I was like, okay, well, that's nice of you. So I got a free Starbucks sandwich. So I was very grateful for that. You know, you got to take the blessings from all angles. So that was my blessing. And as you can see, because I joined, the yarn broke in this green one. but it's not going to make too much of a difference. Because you see, usually this should be all the green, but because the yarn broke, I had to make it shorter. But thank goodness this is a corner, so it's going to be covered up anyway. So it's not that big of a deal. What did I do? Yeah, that's still good. But yeah, it was nice today. I got to go to Michael's, which I haven't been in probably a couple of months. I guess it's been a minute. And their store, even it was so empty. So I had to ask. I was like, "Are you guys closing?" And she said, "No, we've just been struggling getting an inventory, and we finally got some, and now we have to schedule people to come in, you know, put it on the shelves because we haven't, our inventory have been so little for so long. We didn't need a lot of people to really stock, but all of a sudden they got a bunch of inventory, so, you know, but it was really empty. The shelves was empty and all that stuff. So, but then I went to Hobby Lobby and I guess I live in a city. I don't know if all Hobby Lobbies or where their headquarters or product. I don't know how Hobby Lobby works, but I know they have their headquarters in my state, and their stores shelves stay full. Like, it was everything. Like, they had yarn, there wasn't like a spot empty. And I walked around a little bit. I mean, they were just really stocked. So I guess, I don't know if they're not affected by any shipping delays or if they manufacture, because I used to work for them temporarily. I used to work in their, they make their own candles. So I used to work in their candle production, which was pretty cool. You do come home every day smelling like whatever candle scent you worked on that day. So, like, I would get off work if I, you know, made chocolate candles or blueberry or one of these like home scents or whatever, and I would go to like Walmart or somewhere, Target, to go buy something, and I would walk past someone and be like, "Oh my God, you smell like you smell like pecans," or "You smell like this," or "You smell like banana nut bread." It was like everywhere, your hair, your skin. It was insane on my clothes. It was just crazy. But it was pretty cool. I wasn't really into crocheting at that time in my life, even though I knew how to crochet, but I wasn't obsessed with yarn and all of that stuff. Thank goodness, because I probably would have been hanging out in their stockpile, because they have like, they own like an entire block. So it's like you have to drive from one warehouse to another, you know, depending on what department items are in that warehouse. So if I would probably work there now, I'm pretty sure I'd probably get fired for hanging out around the yarn too much. But it was okay place to work. It was like a second part-time kind of job, so it wasn't my full-time job. But it was okay. I didn't hate it, but it wasn't something I wanted to do permanently for a long period of time. So yeah, it was nice. It was cool. They hire quite a bit of people in my state, so it's kind of like Walmart, how pretty much everybody has worked at Walmart at least once in their life. Guys, I think I'm going to end up doing brown to this. I don't know how that is going to work out, but either way, once I attach it here, I'm stuck with the plan. So I don't know, I just want 3 colors on this for some odd reason. So we'll see. But it doesn't matter because it's granny squares and nothing's matching anyway. Come on. So, I am I don't know if I would call myself a prepper. I just kind of like to prepare for, just in case anything, because I live in a state where we have tornadoes, and we started having earthquakes, some years back. So I just started prepping. Actually, my neighbors, when I moved to this neighborhood as a single woman, all of the neighbors around me was pretty much older guys, really, really nice guys, and a lot of them hunted. They like went hunting and stuff like that, and they would go fishing. So I got into fishing just pretty much on my own because I always wanted to. So I got into fishing, and so they would see me on the weekend load up my little car with my fishing rod and stuff like that. So we kind of started talking about that, and they told me, you know, they were preppers. They preserved food and all of that stuff. And I told them, yeah, I'm into like canning, you know, where, you know, at that time when food was abundant, I would go to stores, certain stores, like if they had too many, let's say mangoes. If they had too many mangoes and, you know, it was ripe and they needed to get rid of it, they would used to sell it for really, really cheap. So I would buy like 10, 15 pounds of it, cut it up, and can it. And some of them I would can, some of them I would freeze, but I really enjoy canning because I just love doing it. I love the way it preserved fruits and vegetables and all that stuff. So that's what I started doing, and I really, really enjoyed it. And I would can, what else did I really can back then? I did pickles, I did tomato sauce. I used to do like juices. I would can juices. I would make ginger. They call it ginger beer in most Caribbean places or Africa, but it's ginger and oranges and different kind of fruits, and you boil it. It's like a whole process, but then afterwards I would put it in a jar and can it just to preserve it. And then what else did I can? Peaches. I did peaches because a lady actually at work had several peach trees on her property, and when they would get ripe, she didn't know what to do with them. So she used to make peach wine and stuff like that, but then she would still have so many peaches. And so she mentioned it to me. I was like, well, you know, I can. So I could buy, you know, maybe 25, 30 pounds of it if you want. So I had told her, and she was like, oh, okay, that'll be great. I said, yeah, just bring it to work. I think she used to sell it like $1 a pound or something, just really, really cheap. And so that year I did like a huge amount of canning of peaches. And usually the canned items last about 2 years. And then I also made a lot of peach, mango, and pineapple jam or preserves, whatever you wish to call it. And I made a lot of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, this is the last row. I made a lot of those, and I would give it as gifts and stuff like that, because a lot of mango jam at the time was not something you saw in the stores a lot. So I made a lot of those, and my family really liked that. So, but yeah, I still can a little bit. I don't do it as much. I'm more of I freeze dry items. So like I'll buy chicken and a little bit of meat because I still like a lot of dishes from back home. So I'll buy that if it's on sale or something like that, and or fruits and vegetables or potatoes. I got a pretty good deal on what is it called? What is that potato called? Sweet potatoes. I got a pretty good deal on sweet potatoes around Thanksgiving. So I bought a whole bunch of it, and I just like blanched it in hot water and then peeled it and cut it up and then I put it in the bag and sealed it, where you take all of the oxygen out of the sealer. So I have those. So, and I probably did about 20 of those. So when I want sweet potatoes as a side, I just take that out, and it's already mostly pre-cooked. And I didn't at the time I didn't have an air fryer, but now that is such a game changer. I had no idea how useful an air fryer was. And I love that because I just take that pack out, throw it in the air fryer, and it's awesome. And so, yeah. So that's what I've been doing. I also been just preparing a little extra, you know, with water. Not like massive amount. I probably have like, you know, those Sam's 40 count bottled water. I have some of those. I also have, and this is from the tornado times, I have a 400-gallon fresh water tank in my garage that I recycle. I use it I have a hose hooked up to it. So during the spring and summer months when I have to water my plants and stuff like that, and I am growing a little bit of vegetables this year, I just hook it up to it and use it and that sort of stuff. So I do recycle the water. I just don't let it sit there. But I use it to just different things. I use it to wash my car sometimes and just different things around my house. But I like it because it really came in handy. I think it was about 6 or 7 years ago a tornado hit and my house was partly damaged and we lost water and the electric pole went down everything was out. Water and electricity was out for 2 weeks. So it was a real godsend. At the time I didn't have a freezer. I just had a refrigerator. And it was actually cold, so which was pretty good because like my food didn't go bad. I just actually put it in totes and put it outside. So it wasn't that bad. And then I didn't have that much food and meat, so when it started to get a little bit warmer in that 2 weeks, I was able to go to my job and get ice and stuff on a regular basis. So it wasn't that horrible. But it really helped to have the backup generator, the water already stored, drinking and bathing and cooking and stuff. So it really made me look into prepping more because you just never know. But here is my granny square of the day. It took longer because I was running my mouth as usual. But yeah, this is what I'm doing today. I'm going to make a couple more. Everyone have a blessed day, and I'll talk to you guys later.